All right, welcome back to learning how to deal with order of operations with a fraction bar. So again, we'll have some variables we'll define for the next couple of problems. T is equal to 6, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4, z is equal to 5. And then we're going to solve the following problem. What if we had 9x plus z, fraction bar, x plus z? How do we handle that? Well, again, the top of this guy is its own unit, and the bottom is also its own unit. So let's substitute in the values we have. 9 times x, which is 3, plus z, which is 5. And then on the bottom, x, which is 3, plus z, which is 5. So now it just reduces to the same old problems that we've been doing before. This is a unit. We must take care of it separately. Multiplication always happens before addition, so we have 9 times 3 is 27 plus 5 on the top, and on the bottom all we have is addition, so 3 plus 5 is 8. Now on the top all we have is that addition left, so 27 plus 5 is going to be 32 on the top, divided by 8, and when you do this division, 32 divided by 8 is simply 4. So that's the final answer. So these problems are not any harder. The only other step is we have to substitute in for the variables into their proper locations. So let's go ahead and do the last problem here to give you some practice with this. 10 times t minus z over 10 parentheses t minus z. So let's substitute in. On the top we have 10 times t, which is 6, minus z. And on the bottom we will have 10 parentheses t, which is 6, minus z, which is 5. All right, so how do we handle it? On the top, it's its own thing. On the top, we have multiplication happening with subtraction, so we do the multiplication first. 60, and it looks like I actually forgot one thing here. I forgot to substitute in the value for z here, so let's go ahead and do that next. This value of z, let's just go ahead and rewrite it. What we're going to have is, on the top, 10 times 6 minus z, which is 5. Just forgot to put it in there. So we have 10, 6 minus 5. Okay, now we do the top. We do the multiplication first. 10 times 6 is 60 minus 5. All right, and on the bottom, we will have the parentheses. We always do it first. Inside, 6 minus 5 is 1. All right, so on top, 60 minus 5 is 55. On the bottom, 10 times 1 is 10. And so what do you have? Well, you have a fraction here, and we're going to do a lot of reviewing of fractions here in a little bit, but we can simplify this fraction because we can divide the top and bottom by the same number. We can divide top and bottom by 5, and we can do that to fractions as long as we divide the top and the bottom by the same number, and it simplifies it. So 55 divided by 5 is 11, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So we could have left it as 55 over 10, but I just choose to simplify this for you. We're going to do quite an extensive review of fractions in a little while. But for now, this is the basic idea. We stick our variables in, we do the top separately from the bottom, and then we simplify. That's the main thing I'm trying to get across for you here. It's one of those things I wish I would have learned way in the beginning. You pick it up over time, but knowing that this fraction bar groups and forces the top and bottom to be separate entities really can help you, especially when we get to more advanced problems. So follow me on to the next section, and we will begin to talk about the concept of what an equation is in algebra.